A proposed change to Florida's voting laws is still making its way through the legislative process in Tallahassee. Even though there were no issues, the state's Republican-led legislature is moving forward with measures it says will tighten election security, limit access to ballot boxes, and require vote-by-mail applications every election cycle. Voting rights groups say it amounts to voter suppression. Joining me on the morning show is Patricia Birgham, president of the League of Women Voters here in Florida. Good morning.
Good morning.
There you go. This is similar to what we saw in Georgia, and that riled up the critics. Might that blowback have a ripple effect here in Florida?
Well, it's already having a ripple effect. Voting rights organizations like the League of Women Voters are not pleased, to say the least, with these bills. We believe they're a solution in search of a problem. Florida had a model election in 2020. Despite the fact that so many were looking to Florida, believing that we would not have that due to the past debacles. But instead, we put on a great election. And even the governor said that. Yet he's calling for major election reform. So we're seeing these bills moving through the legislature that we believe are attacks on our voting rights.
An unintended consequence in the Peach State was the blow to Georgia's economy. Florida is dependent on tourism. Now, given the argument is based on a lie about voter fraud, is Florida getting into the wrong fight? You've got big corporations here, Disney, for example.
Absolutely. And one of the concerns here is that with so many service workers working for Disney and, say, resorts, because we have beaches that tourists flock to every year, they work odd hours, perhaps overnight shifts, and it's more convenient for them to use, for example, these ballot drop boxes. Now, in Senator Baxley's original bill, excuse me, there has been an amendment that's moving. The committee hearing it had to be stopped yesterday because they were out of time, but we expect that debate to pick back up and the amendment to be adopted. The original bill eliminated all drop boxes. The current amendment would still allow them, but only during hours of early voting. Well, what about all the service workers in Florida who don't have the kind of convenience of time to be able to go to an early vote site and depend on those drop boxes for hours in which early voting is not open? That's just leaving out a significant portion of Floridians who work for these big theme parks and hotels and resorts.
Some people are calling these proposed changes blatantly racist. Would you go that far?
We believe that they would impact communities of color, usually ignored communities, by removing drop boxes in those areas. Absolutely. It's no secret that Black and brown voters have been disenfranchised for years. And instead of moving us forward, these bills would take us back in time to a place where we don't need to be.
Do you think anything at this point can sway the GOP-led legislature, or is their mind made up?
Well, I'm always the optimist, but I believe in this case their mind is made up. I mean, we've since seen some improvements in Senator Baxley's bill with this new amendment, but still it remains to be the truth that these bills are not needed. The election was great. Why change a winning game?
Patricia Birgham, thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.